What is up, guys? It's Swammer here, back again with some more Halloween Cup action. Today we're going to be trying out a new team with Qwilfish, Crustle, and Wigglytuff. Qwilfish and Crustle form a pretty good core. They cover each other's weaknesses quite well. And then Wigglytuff just is a very good generalist in this format. There aren't a lot of bulky steel types that are going to be resisting Charm, so you can really deal a lot of damage with the fast moves there and really apply some fast move pressure. So the one thing about this team that I have noticed so far is that if you see a Venusaur, you basically lose instantly. You have no answer, and there's not really a great way to play it. I mean, you can switch into Wigglytuff, but then they can build up to a Sludge Bomb, throw it. You have to shield, then they switch out, and you're just in a bad spot. So one modification that I have tried that has worked reasonably well is swapping out Alolan Marowak, or swapping out Wigglytuff for Alolan Marowak. So feel free to give that a try as well. And then Alolan Marowak can act as that safe switch. But let's go ahead and get right into the battles. So the great thing about Qwilfish on the lead is that it wins against a lot of the most common Pokemon in the lead. Wins against Azumarill, wins against Crustle, wins against Alolan Marowak, wins against Wigglytuff. So we see an Azumarill on the lead. That's totally fine with us, but they swap into Venusaur. And so we kind of lose now. I'm going to go ahead and shield up this Frenzy Plant. My best call here is actually to swap into Crustle because I'm going to be dealing the most fast move damage and going to at least avoid having my Crustle against that Azumarill. But I can't really shield up that Frenzy Plant because then I'd be down 2 shields to none. I have to throw this X-Scissor. Can't come back in with Qwilfish, so got to come in with Wigglytuff to farm down with Charm. Gonna have to shield up whatever this is. It is a Sludge Bomb, so that's good. They actually swap out right at the end there, so this is fine with me. I'm going to go ahead and, well, I don't really have much choice. I got to eat the charge move, but now I can swap into my Qwilfish and go for that Sludge Wave. I am going to go straight for the Sludge Wave. I really want to get the damage or get that second shield. We do get the damage, so that's pretty good for us. It is a Wormadam in the back, so this is not looking good at all. They are going to be resisting the charms from the Wigglytuff, so we really don't have much play here. Plus, they were able to farm down, so we can throw the Ice Beam. This is just going to get shielded. And then they probably have a charge move like an Iron Head or something ready. They do have an Iron Head. That is going to take us out, so I mean, we sort of made it close, but that's another case where, man, having that Alolan Marowak would have been a huge, huge help there. But again, Venusaur, really tough for this team to handle. All right, so Qwilfish into Toxicroak. This is sort of interesting. Toxicroak has reasonable play against this whole team, but I am resisting the counters with Qwilfish, so I'm going to stay in this. I'm going to shield up the Mud Bomb as it would be dealing a ton of damage. And I'm hoping that they don't shield this Aqua Tail. If they don't, I can safely farm down. They don't shield it, so that's very good for me. Going to be able to farm down and have a bunch of loaded energy. It's an Azumarill coming in, so that must mean that they're quite weak to Azumarill in the back. Going to go straight for this Sludge Wave. And really hoping that we can connect. They do go ahead and shield it, though, so that's not great. We're going to go ahead and swap into Wigglytuff. I'm reading that whatever's in the back is also weak to Qwilfish, so I want to save it. And Wigglytuff has an okay matchup against the Azumarill. They swap into their own Wigglytuff, so it is absolutely true that Qwilfish was good against this entire team. So I can come in with Qwilfish now and really apply a lot of pressure here. Going to go for the Aqua Tail. Probably should have thrown a little bit earlier, to be honest. We are able to take them out, and we're going to be able to get to an Aqua Tail. If I'd thrown earlier, I might have been able to get to the Sludge Wave. So perhaps a bit of a misplay, but I think that's okay. I think they're low enough that I'm going to be able to smack down, farm them down. So I'm going to have to shield up the charge move. It is an Ice Beam, but that's totally fine. They're going to get to one more, and there's no point in me throwing a charge move unless I get to two. So I snuck a rock throw in, or sorry, a smackdown in that was really important. And now we're just going to be able to farm all the way down. We get to 2x Scissors right as they faint, so good game there. And fortunately, the smackdown damage was enough to take out that Azumarill. All right, so 1-1 so far. We'll have to hopefully go positive on this set. Really wanting to creep up in those rankings. We have Qwilfish into Azumarill again, so another good lead for us. We can stay in. They swap into Beedrill. I gotta swap into Crustle. I'm very slow on the swaps in this cut because I'm just not used to the typings enough. This Beedrill is going to get to an X Scissor. Not going to shield that. They're going to get to another charge move. Pretty sure this is another X Scissor. It is another X Scissor. That's totally fine. That just reduces the farm for the Azumarill. And we're going to be able to throw a Rock Slide at them. It does some nice chip damage, and they just get like 1 or 2 bubbles, so that's not too bad. We're going to be able to come back in with Qwilfish now. And the nice thing here is I don't have to shield. I don't have to be the one to shield first against this Azumarill, so I'm not going to shield. It is a Play Rough. I'm going to go ahead and go for Aqua Tail here. I did build up to the Sludge Wave, so I really am expecting them to shield this. However, they don't. And they actually throw right away, so I definitely should have gone for the back-to-back there, because this is going to take me out. But I've got 2 shields and a Wigglytuff, and 2 shields on a Charmer is basically good game. So I am going to be able to charm down this Crustle. They're going to go for back-to-back charge moves here. That's totally fine. I can shield them both. Shield the first X Scissor. We are able to sneak a charm through. So we can shield up the second one, and then they will go down to that charm. And then we should be able to charm down this Azumarill before they get to a charge move. No need to throw here because they did still have 2 shields. And that is going to be a good game. Alright, getting into the 4th matchup of this set up against 7Z Lewis. And we have Qwilfish into Mandibuzz. So this isn't great, but both of my Pokemon in the back are pretty good against Mandibuzz. So I'm going to swap into them. They bring in a Victory Bell. Victory Bell is not quite as bad as Venusaur because it is quite squishy. But I'm going to have to come into Crustle here, shield up the Leaf Blade, and then really need to get off some Smackdown damage here. We are going to be able to take them out quickly with that Smackdown. They come into Gardevoir, actually, so they are definitely going for fast move pressure with this team comp. Going to go for the X Scissor. This is going to probably get a shield. We do get a shield. It would have been dealing neutral damage. We get them fairly low, and we can come in with Qwilfish and farm down. So we're in a bit of a tough spot because we need to basically take out this Mandibuzz, but we're not going to have enough health. This isn't Air Slash Mandibuzz, so they're not going to be able to get to those charge moves quite as quick. Going for the Aqua Tail here, and they don't shield, so I really needed to get the shield there. We're going to be able to get to another Aqua Tail. This should be pressuring the shield now. We do get the shield, and hopefully we can get to another Aqua Tail. We just barely manage it. I'm really wishing I'd gone for that Sludge Wave first. And they live with a sliver of health and are able to get off a charge move here. The Aerial Ace is going to take us out, so really, really close matchup. They made a great call on no shielding that first charge move when I had the Sludge Wave. But unfortunately not quite able to get in enough Aqua Tail damage. So really well played by my opponent there. Alright, getting into the 5th match of the set. We've got Qwilfish into Crustle, another positive lead for us. So we're going to be able to stay in this. They actually swap into Azumarill, so again, this probably means that Qwilfish has quite a lot of play. Not going to shield this first charge move. It is a Play Rough, and I'm going to go ahead and go for the Sludge Wave. And we land the Sludge Wave, so that's really good for us. And then we'll have to see what they come back in with. It is Galvantula. I can safe switch into my Wigglytuff here. They're going to have to take a lot of charm damage if they want to stay in. They go for the lunge. I correctly call the bait, so that's quite good for me. We're going to be able to get to a charge move on this Crustle, which is going to apply a lot of shield pressure. And then Crustle is very good against both Pokemon in the back, but we are going to bring in our Qwilfish here because we can get to this Aqua Tail very quickly. And this is going to probably be taking the shield from the Crustle. We do take the shield. Going to be dealing some nice water gun damage here. They're going to have to throw. And we're just going to take it because Crustle can take out both Pokemon, no problem. We can double shield here. We are going to shield up an X-Scissor. 2 Smackdowns is going to take out the Crustle, and then Galvantula is going to get absolutely murdered by Smackdown, so my opponent does surrender, and that is a good game. So able to go 3-2 in that first set. Like I said, I do actually think that this team is slightly more well-rounded if you bring in Alolan Marowak for the Wigglytuff. The only problem then is that you have not a great way to punish an Azumarill switch-in. So I think there's potentially some playing here that I could do. Maybe the best thing to do is actually to lead Crustle and then have Qwilfish and Tentacruel in the back. That would be interesting. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.